Hello. Would you like to play a game? If you get any of the questions wrong, people will die. Starting tonight. I'm a man of my word. Looking at that and rewatching it, the skit that I had on my mind probably sounded a lot better on paper than in execution. Why am I trying to act like the Joker in this shit?
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Di-Luchito and welcome to another trailer analysis video where in this video we are going to be talking about a highly anticipated movie that has been going around for Paramount for quite a long time now, and that is Scream 7. Now, if you didn't know today, Paramount just released the first trailer, or I think Paramount did. Anyways, the first trailer for Scream 7 has officially released, so my job right now is to make sure you guys click on my video and make sure that I get more views and and I'm going to make sure that I get down as much into much detail as needed into this trailer, see if we can possibly figure out what's going to possibly happen in this movie and see what the movie has in store for us. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. And yes, I got a Ghostface costume on because, it's Halloween. And who gives a fuck anyways? So the opening of the trailer starts with this couple, I guess, renting out an Airbnb for the original house from the first movie, at least. The original house as an Airbnb to stay at, I guess. And one thing that they end up coming across is a Ghostface animatronic. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of weird, but I'm not gonna judge because I think we've probably seen weirder in movies before, so I'm not gonna judge. And then, right at the very last minute, or a killer at least in the Ghostface mask shows up right behind them. They go through this whole entire chase scene, and one of them ends up kicking them off the balcony, just like how they did it in Scream 5 when Neve Campbell did it. And she ends up falling down from a chandelier because she was like hanging on a chandelier and then ends up falling down, and then you can probably guess that she ends up dying. And then now, who is also returning for their role as it is shown in the trailer, Neve Campbell is returning as Sydney, as I guess a parent now. She is a mother of a daughter now, who I believe is being played by Isabel May. I could be wrong about that. I'm not too sure, but her part of the trailer opens up with her answering the phone to a supposed Ghostface, and they start talking about a lot of stuff. And the one thing that kind of stands out is that the Ghostface killer says one thing. He says, "Reminds me of where we used to grow up." He's referring to, I'm pretty sure, the place that her and her daughter are staying right now, and that's kind of interesting to say, because this could definitely be someone from the past now. We can probably get into that later. I'll talk about like what I think about this entire trailer and whatnot, but we'll just have to wait for that. And he also, I want to point this out as well. He says, "This time I'm not hiding," or "I'm not hiding this time." That's what he actually says, which is weird to say. I don't know if that's like something ordinary for them to say. I don't know why they would say that. And then it opens up with one of the Ghostface, or a Ghostface, pulling up on Neve Campbell, or Sydney, and her daughter, trying to kill him, and then they've locked themselves in like a safe, it looks like. I don't know, I could be wrong. And then it cuts to a scene where they are sneaking in between like the walls or something like that. Like I guess the walls and like the insulation in the walls and and the ghost face is like trying to listen through the walls, who ends up hearing them, I guess, and then he starts poking through the wall. That seems kind of cool, I guess. Uh, but you know, that's definitely something new. I don't think we've actually ever seen something like that from a Scream movie, but I don't know. That seems kind of interesting. And now, also moving on as well, we also see that Courtney Cox, she is returning as Gail Weathers, and from the looks of it, it seems like she is perfectly fine. Because if you remember in Scream 6, she was left severely injured. She got stabbed like right around like the kidney area, I guess. Or I think that's where that's where the kidney is, or like right around the hip area. And she ends up passing out. She has a low pulse, and she probably went into a coma. But from the looks of it now, she looks like she's doing a-okay, which is a good thing. Yay, she gets to return. And also, the people that are also returning as well from the last two movies, from Scream 5 and 6, Mason Goodings and Jasmine Savoy Brown. So the twins, Chad and Mindy. This is definitely weird to see. I'm not even gonna lie, because it's weird seeing them without the Carpenter sisters. Now, if you don't know, Melissa Barrera was actually fired from being the character Sam Carpenter. If you don't know, I think it was because she was commenting on the war with Israel, Gaza, and Palestine, whatever thing. I think she was trying to get the message out that like war is bad and genocide is bad, but they ended up firing her for some reason. The whole ordeal with the whole war is going berserk, and people are just getting fired left and right. And we shouldn't be talking about that. But also Jenna Ortega as well, who plays Tara Carpenter, she will not be returning as well, unfortunately, which is sad to see. And but at least we get Chad and Mindy. I did like Chad. And also, he seems to be doing just fine as well, because if you remember, in the last movie, he got brutally stabbed in Scream 6. He got like maybe close to 10 stab wounds, and I still don't know how he managed to survive that. That is honestly nuts, if you ask me. Like, getting stabbed 10 times, you're dead. Like, you're dead. There's no other way of putting it. There really isn't any other way of putting it. You're dead. But anyways, I really think that's cool, and we get to see more characters. I don't know about you, but I really like those characters. I really do. And also, talking more about Nev Campbell and her daughter, or like Sydney and her daughter. I think her name is Tatum, I'm pretty sure. I guess there is this one time, there's this, or at least a part in the trailer where I guess the Ghostface is holding Tatum. I think if that's the wrong name, please tell me. But she's holding her daughter hostage, and she's like, where is my daughter, or whatever. And he says, I'm not gonna hurt her until you see it. So clearly she's being held as a hostage, which is, I guess, something new. I guess it's been a while since I've seen the Scream movies. Okay, like I haven't really caught up with it in a bit. So I don't think, like, I feel like every time when they make a new Scream movie, they always try something new, and this is definitely something new. Like, obviously, in Scream 6, they had the whole thing where they had the whole shrine where they were collecting artifacts from all the previous movies, blah blah blah. And this one, we see that he's holding Nev Campbell's daughter as a hostage, which That's new. I don't. I don't. There's not really much to say about that. I. I don't really know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. But then also, right after that, we cut to a scene where we get like a War of the Worlds Ice Cube shot, where she's like telling her daughter like where the ghost face is and where to like shoot. Like if you have not seen War of the Worlds, I haven't seen War of the Worlds, but I'm pretty sure everyone has seen like the memes and shit, where like he's talking to his son through a monitor or like through FaceTime, whatever, trying to tell him like, hey, get out of there, blah blah blah, and then just he dies and just acts like he just spilled his coffee. But you know, again, something new, not exactly original, I would say, but you know, again, new in the Scream franchise. And you know, at the very end of the trailer, we see that the Ghostface is lighting up a lighting up the Airbnb, I guess, or like the first house from the first movie, or I guess it's an Airbnb now. That's what they said it was. And he lights the whole place on fire. I'm assuming the entire place burns down. Yada yada yada, and that's where the trailer ends. So yeah. So a theory I want to point out as well. One theory that I think is gonna happen, or at least probably is going to happen, is that, like I said before, reminds me of where we used to grow up. Now, if you also look at the cast for the movie, you will also see that Stu Macher is one of the cast members, or should I say, Matthew Lillard. He's one of the cast members in this. He's returning as Stu Macher, apparently. Now, if I were to ask, I would probably say that that's enough evidence to suggest that he could be returning as a Ghostface killer, or he could be returning as a protagonist. I don't know. But it's interesting to hear him say, reminds me of where we grew up. That is something that kind of goes back to the past. So this could quite definitely be Stu Macher behind the voice thing, whatever it is. That is one theory that I have out there. It is a possibility, but it's definitely not official. I don't know. Maybe you guys would probably think different. Maybe it could be the return of, I don't know, maybe Dewey. I don't know. I don't know. It could, honestly, people have their own opinions and whatever, you know? But personally, me, I do believe that Stu Macher could be this Ghostface. But who knows? Anyways, that's my trailer breakdown for today, and my little theory behind what I think is going to happen in this movie. Not really much else. I am still excited to see this movie. I will be seeing this movie for sure, and I will give a review. If you haven't seen one of my movie reviews, I did do a movie review about The Black Phone 2, which I had recently seen. If you want to go check that out, you can go check that out right now. But that's my 2 cents for today. I will see you guys in the next video. See ya.